Yesterday, I read a post from Charles Hudson, Precursor Ventures. We're sort of asking, what is the future of VC? And that is kind of at an inflection point. He uses a great word, taste, which I love to talk about, what maybe is the missing ingredient these days or going forward. And actually got me thinking about something that my grandfather used to do, which is oil exploration. He used to do what these days would be called wildcatting, but then was just called independent exploration. He'd go out and look for good opportunities, reading, geological maps and looking for, pockets of geology where there was probably oil. And then he'd go find some other investors to get together with him and they'd go drill and see if they found something. But over time, all of that got consolidated into the bigger players like Exxon and who took all of these things and kind of aggregated them together and essentially bought options on all the real opportunities that had a good kind of risk reward profile. And so this whole business of wildcatting became this thing that you did around the edges. It became a much more, tricky thing to do. And I can see some parallels there between how, venture capital is changing and how oil exploration changed from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and now today. Sound like a radio station. Music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and today. That got me thinking about VC, and I think it's less of an inflection point and more of a branching point, where people today who are getting into VC are going to have to decide, are we fund managers or are we VCs? Wildcatters, basically. And, some people, it's the 2% club and you get big funds together and you act more like private equity and you follow formulas and metrics. And some people, it's more like wildcatting and you go after taste and smaller opportunities and you're really aligned on this thing of it's all about the 20%, not the 2%. It's if you have really great companies that have really great outcomes, that's where you make money too. But I think that's the choice that people are going to be making in venture capital today is which side of that dividing line do you fall on?